I am here at the kitchen table. It is Friday. We have made it to another Friday. Let me get set up here. Whew. Whew. If you are a member of my, well, not a member, but if you are subscribed to my Unfiltered, Uncensored Grown-Up channel, then you will know, because of the video I put up this morning, that I have been in a negative space. Yes, indeed. Lily, will you shut that door? That thing is so loud. The fish, the cannibal fish. I need to clean out his filter. It's way too loud. Anyway, you will know that I have been in a wacky, not terribly healthy place. Life is tricky. Tricky is life. I know it's hard to believe I'm actually doing my live stream when I'm supposed to be doing my live stream. How about that, guys? Trying to get back on track. Words. I have been in a rough place. I love you too, Crystal. I'm so glad you're here. A rough place because we live in some crazy times. Hello, Kelly Winkler. We live in some crazy times. Hi, Rebecca. Crazy times where, I don't know, it's tricky. It's very tricky. It's tricky times. It is tricky times. And all we can do is, well, do the best that we can, right? Because what other choice do we have? Well, you have the choice to crawl into a hole, which is exactly what I was doing for several days. Hello, Judy. And, scoot this chair over and put my feet up if y'all don't mind. Hi, Cindy. Sorry if this is like bouncy. I just have the tripod set up here on the table. Need to come up with something better. But yeah, we live in some very tricky times. Hi, Lori. Lori, how am I doing? Better. I chose to pull myself out of the funk that I have been in. And hi, Manuela. And last night was date night. And James and I went for a little hike up in the mountains. And it was beautiful. It was wonderful. That's kind of our thing right now, is on date night, going for a little mini hike. And it's wonderful. It feels good. You know, getting out into the woods and into the mountains, into nature is very helpful. Getting some, you know, physical activity and in a place where I feel safe, which is in the mountains with the bears and the cougars. I feel so safe there. Yeah, so I did go shopping. I went to Walmart, and I'll be putting the video of that up today on the vlog channel, Frugal Family Flies Again. We went pride shopping at Walmart, so stay tuned for that. It is episode number 2 of Summer O Fun, which is, yeah. I was looking through, you guys might have noticed, sorry, I'm in 100 different places. You might have noticed that it looked like I uploaded a zillion videos yesterday. I didn't. What it was I was looking for some particular footage, and then while I was doing that, I realized that after that last time that we got hacked, there were a bazillion videos that I never put back to public. They were all stuck on private, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so much content that I have made over the years that I could have been making money off of. And so I went through, I spent like an hour last night re-upping all of those videos. So apologies, that had to be kind of frustrating for some of you, I'm sure. But as I was doing that, I was reliving, hi Lorena, I was reliving, you know, different memories and, you know, just different things, and saw that when it was that we had last done our Summer of Fun. And I think that was like 4 years ago, the last time we did a Summer of Fun. I think it's the only time we did a Summer of Fun series. And so I was like, you know what? We need to do that again. We need to do that. And so that's what we're doing. We're doing the Summer of Fun. I am hoping to have an episode a day, but hi Tina, but I can't of course guarantee that. But it will definitely be a lot of just, Frugal Family vlog style, real life, daily life videos there on the vlog channel. And minimum 3 times a week on the vlog channel. Just what we're up to, gardening, kitty cat, adventures, hiking. For instance, we're going hiking as a family tomorrow. And, we'll bring you along for some of that kind of stuff. And that's what's going on there. So summer of fun. It's happening, 2022, because damn, we need it. And then I would be so grateful for anyone that did have the time and wanted to go back and see some of those old videos that I put back to public. You will be, you will be amazed by a few things. A, the change in our video quality. Embarrassing. How bad some of those were. And then you'll also get to see the Frugal Family kids as little bobbins, and it's delightful. And you'll get to see some of the most amazing hauls that you'll ever see on this channel, because so many of those places are no longer available to us. Anyway, crazy stuff that I know at least half of our viewers have not seen. Feel free to check those out. Judy, we do have a 5 Below. I did answer your comment, but maybe you haven't seen it on the other video. But we do have a 5 Below. We went there at Christmas time. I believe it was Christmas time that we went, and we fell in love. And actually, that's why we haven't been back inside of a 5 Below, plus all of my fears and everything. But because it's dangerous. There are way too many goodies. So many fun things, good Lord. But yeah, 5 Below, fantastic, good stuff. Someone else was saying about the wasps out there in the hiking where I feel safe. Yeah, I feel safer out there with the wasps, the mountain lions, the bears, the whatever, than I do in the Walmart down the road. It's, hello, Suvi. Oh my God, what a beautiful name. Suvi, let me try to say your last name. I know I won't get it right, but it's so beautiful that I have to try. Oh, let's see. Savolainen? This is Suvi from Finland. I don't know if there's particular syllables that need an emphasis or anything. Savolainen? I don't know, but that's gorgeous. Mimi, please go in the other room. Okay, we'll grab a snack though, because it bounces this. And that's going to make people get all, dizzy. What? Yeah, you can have one. Hi, Rita. I'm so glad you're here, Rita. Anyway, you guys know I love beautiful names. I love beautiful words. I love things that roll off the tongue and just, it's a thing. Anyhow, so yeah, I have been in a funk. I was also, I'm still fighting a cold that just refuses to leave me alone. And then my guts have been all a mess again, which I really think that stress is playing a big part in it. And then also maybe something that I've eaten, or I don't know. But the Bentyl that I've been taking for the intestinal cramps, it's not been doing enough. It isn't. And I've had to be taking some of the muscle relaxers and pain medicine and stuff again. And so today I'm going to A, spend some time in the garden, and B, do some Lego, and C, maybe some meditation, or read a book or something, and see if we can't kind of bring that stress level down and see if that has anything to do with it. Updates on that. Sorry, I'm going to be touching up my nail polish while we're all hanging out here. Hope you don't mind. I have the appointment again, the follow-up with the gastroenterologist, the gut specialist. I believe it's next week, actually. I need to double check. And where do we go from here? Oh, Judy, the journey has not ended. Oh, Manuela, I am due for my second cup of coffee here soon. yeah, the journey has not ended. I will be doing an update video about that on Frugal Mama's Time Out, but no, it's not done yet. We did get the biopsy results and they were clear, so that's wonderful as far as, the biopsy that they did while we did the colonoscopy. And there hasn't been any more blood in some time, a month at least, but obviously something's still going on. So the next steps would be to check my ovaries, because the ovary problems, that's all I have left is ovaries. If you have a problem with your ovaries, it can mimic the gut cancer and stuff like that. So we need to get that checked out. But to be honest, I don't want to. Oh God. I've been through this whole rigmarole before when we were, trying to figure out what was wrong with me several years ago, and it ended up being my gallbladder. And I will do what I need to do. I will do what is responsible. I will at some point, but I am so done with tests. I'm going to keep the appointment. I'm going to go see him. But I'm just not up to doing more tests right now, because the way that they check your ovaries is a transvaginal ultrasound. So they go right up in there and do a thing, and it just I'm just not up to that right now. I will do what I need to do at some point, but it's right now I need to try to enjoy summer and my kids and my life, and I don't know, which is hard to do when you're in horrible pain, of course. So, it would make sense to get the tests done, but I think if any of you have been through a similar diagnostic journey, you know what I'm talking about. It just takes everything out of you, going through test after test after test, not to mention every test costs. They all cost, okay? And I'm not up to it. I'm just not. Hello, Alyssa Boo Best. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. So those 9/11 videos, yeah, Alyssa, I don't know if you saw, but, or if you were here when I was talking about it, the reason I uploaded all of those videos last night or yesterday, it wasn't that I was putting new videos. It's that they were videos that had been privated after they were recovered, after we were hacked again before. And I had just never gotten around to making them public again. And then I realized that yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, I could have been making money off of these. And, all this work that I've done before. Hi, Dale. And so I went through and re-upped all of those. There's actually 200 videos that I didn't re-up and don't plan to, because they just, I don't know, I don't think they'd be worth putting up. But those videos of the 9/11 stuff, that is from when, go ahead. When Lulu and I went to New York City. Yeah. We do actually go to places besides Disney. It's just that the last couple years during the whole COVID, and then now everyone getting shot up all over the place, Disney is a safe place and a fun place, and my kids are just kids. And so going to Gettysburg, not really the thing for us. Hi, Phyllis, at this point in our lives. But yes, hi, Renee. We do actually go other places. We do the one-on-one trips every year, and it's, in rotation. And so Reagan was the first one, and we went to Mexico. Many of you know I am a Mexican American. And then the second trip was Olivia and I for her 11th birthday. Can you believe that? Good God, 11. My Lulu's almost 16. We went to New York City. And then the next year it was Mariah and I, and we went to Seattle. So see, we do go other places. I've had people give me such a hard time. There's more in this world than just Disney. Yeah, there is. But my kids are still just kids, and they're not interested in that other stuff. We've tried. And those other places don't have metal detectors. And I live in the US of America. And so metal detectors. Yeah. Anyway, all of that to say that the 9/11 tribute footage and all of those kinds of things, that was from that trip with Olivia. We went to New York for a week and we had an amazing time. We also went up to Sleepy Hollow. That was fantastic. We got to see Washington Irving's headstone. And that was awesome. Hi, Stabies. I'm so glad you're here. And so anyway, all of that just to say, yeah, that was one of our one-on-one trips from back in the day. Ooh, there was one other that I didn't re-up that I should, and that is Reagan's trip to Mexico. I did re-up all the ones, I think, all the ones from the Seattle trip with Mariah. We went to some amazing places. We went to the Chihuly exhibit, the glass stuff. We went to Kurt Cobain, rest in peace, to his house where he passed away. We went to the Space Needle, but Mariah decided she didn't want to go up there. She was a tot. She was too young to be comfortable with that, so we just went and saw it. And we went to the American Girl store, and that's where Mariah got her first American Girl doll. And stuff. And we ran into my brother and his wife who were living in Seattle at the time, and we spent time with them and went and saw some filming locations from different movies, like 10 Things I Hate About You and some other ones. Sorry, I'm just touching up my fingernails while we're chit-chatting, trying to multitask, because Mama's got lots to do. Anyhow, I have not been to the P.O. box in some time. I was going to mention that in the beginning. I have not been to the P.O. box in a while. So if you have sent anything, please bear with me. I will get up there as soon as possible, but just know that we don't live very close to the P.O. box for safety and privacy reasons. And so I haven't. And, unless I need to make a trip, I don't make a trip. Because gas is insane right now. You guys know this. Everybody knows this all over the world, not just in America. The gas prices are crazy everywhere. But if you have sent something, please get a hold of me and let me know. Because if I know that someone has sent something, I will absolutely make the trip to go and get whatever, if you guys have sent something. Ooh, Renee's been busy. She says, I planted rhubarb, more tomatoes, cucumber seeds, onions, lettuce, spiral beets. What the hell is a spiral beet? I bet Dwight Schrute would know. Mimi's laughing. She loves The Office, just like me. And more flowers and snapdragon. Good Lord, you have been busy, Renee. Oh, there goes my nail polish. Oh, Mimi's going to get it for me. She's amazing. Yesterday, I planted some hollyhock, or not hollyhock. I'm doing that today. Thank you, some foxglove seeds in the mini shade garden that I'm doing. You guys will understand what that is when I get tomorrow's, what do you call it, Summer of Fun video up on the vlog channel. Yeah, I am, for those who are just joining us, we are doing another Summer of Fun. We haven't done it in years. And if there is a time, oh my God, there's another, I need to, sorry, I'm getting notifications and there's like a train wreck that just happened. I need to disable like Twitter notifications and stuff like that, because remember, we're trying to take a break from all of that depressing, horrible news. I need to do that. But anyway, we're doing a Summer of Fun, lots of fun stuff. And I will show you this new little shade garden that I'm working on in that video, which should probably be up tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Rita. Yeah, things are coming together in the yard. Well, at least in the front yard and in the Laughing Place garden. We still, we have the Wonderland Memorial Garden out in the backyard that we got to get some work done out there. Good Lord. We are going to be doing a kind of an assessment, taking stock of the situation. I will bring you along for that. and you'll see just how incredibly overwhelming it is. But I have my crew, and we've kind of been taking this week, mostly because I've just been, in this depressed, terrified place, but this week to just be and just breathe, and feel our feelings or whatever. But this next week, I have committed to myself. We are getting up in the morning and we are going out and working for an hour a day on the Wonderland garden. Because that's the other thing. As I was re-upping all of those videos from the last hacking situation, the videos that were still on private, I saw some of the footage of the Wonderland garden when I, the last time that I redid it and set up a whole new plan for it. And I was like, oh, how many years have I been working on this? And I'm still not done. But that's okay, because Monty Don, my gardening hero of the BBC Gardener's World, he's one that says a garden is never done. It's never done. And it's true. And so that's great, but it's a mess right now. It's not even an issue of it's not done or anything. It's that it is overgrown and it's a disaster right now. And I haven't been doing anything with it. Two nice things. We had a lot of rain last week. That was awesome. So I wasn't having to water anything. But then also the other really cool thing about the Wonderland is that with all the trees that I've planted there over the years and how they're all starting to, fill in, I don't need to water as much out there because we've created this microbiome. Mimi, no. This microbiome out there where it actually doesn't need as much water. But it does need water, and I do need to get out and because we've got a really warm day today, tomorrow, I think the next day, and then it's going to cool down for a minute. So I do need to get out there and start watering it. We'll get to it. Anyway, wow, Tina, you are busy. She shoveled compost and mulch. She took out a second dead tree stump. Good Lord, you are amazing. No, not just good for almost 65, good for any age to be doing that. Alyssa, thank you so much for watching the old videos. I sure appreciate it. But anyhow, oh, that just reminded me. We also have 2 tree stumps. I don't know if there's even stumps left, but of our hedge trees, we need to get those dug out and put in new hedge trees. I went and priced them to get the size that we would need. And it'll be $50 for each tree. That's the biggest size that I can get. It's not going to be anywhere close to the size of the existing hedge trees, but it's the best we can do. And my biggest concern, though, is will the big trees let these ones grow and fill in? I will be feeding them, giving them extra water, so that they can try to grow and catch up with the others. We'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. If you have any tips or things that you've done that have worked when replacing a hedge tree or a hedge shrub amid existing ginormous ones in a hedge, please tell me, because I don't know. I'm kind of nervous about it. I'm going to have the kids dig out the stumps to help me, because it's definitely something that would be really difficult for me to do. And kids are good at helping, and kids need to help. Kids do need to help. It's good for them. Ooh, P.S. Hope she doesn't mind me telling you guys, but Olivia, my amazing Lulu, has her first job interview today. Yeah, job interview. So excited. She's excited. The hiring lady called last night while James and I were on our date. And yeah, Olivia has her first job interview today. It's exciting. She has so many things that she wants to save up for, all these different things. And yeah, so she's gonna be able to do that. It's exciting. It's exciting. Yeah. It's terrifying also because it's like, holy cow, like maybe it's my baby. Yeah, it's like, my baby is getting a job. Although, hi Sharon, I'm so glad you're here. But to be honest, I mean, I started working and earning money when I was 12 by cleaning houses, and then at like 14, I started going to work with my daddy, rest in peace, with kind of an under the table situation, helping to clean bathrooms overnight in a store, a place. And then at 15, I worked at McDonald's. And then at 17, I worked at a grocery store. And then at 18, I worked at Walmart. Then at 19, I went to be a nanny in Connecticut. Then at 20-ish, I was back to Walmart and was there until about halfway through my pregnancy with Olivia. So, yeah. Jobs are a great thing. It's wonderful and kids need them. But it's just funny to me that where I started working, so young, and I'm fine with that, and my mom was fine with that as far as I know. It's terrifying for me to have my own child, going and doing this kind of stuff, and kind of weirds me out a little bit, Another situation like that, Reagan went on a weekend camping trip this last weekend with friends, and I was terrified the whole time he was gone. And not just, not really because of all the fears that I've been dealing with lately, but more just that I wasn't there to keep track of him. It's a whole weekend. I've never had him be away from me that long without some of our family. And the funny thing is, there, my nails are all topped off. Yeah, go play. The funny thing about that is that when I was a kid, I flew by myself on an airplane. I went with some family friends on a several 100-mile long drive without any of my family, without my parents. I did this throughout my teenage years, from the time I was 12, clear through. And of course then, went off to be a nanny on the other side of the country. And my mom never acted like it was terrifying for her. Maybe she was just better at keeping that to herself or something. But I think back and but also it was a different time, okay? Because we're talking, 30 years ago, not quite 30, but we're talking a long time ago, okay? And obviously things are different. Times have changed. But even so, it's just like, how was she okay with that? I mean, I'm glad she was, because I got to go and have amazing adventures and, live life and everything. But how did she deal with that? Did she cry in the bathroom, Or was she just happy to get rid of me? No, anyway. Yeah. It's just crazy. You're right, Renee. The 90s were absolutely different. It was a different time. It was a different climate, a different situation. Just everything was different. So different. The 90s were amazing. They really were. The 90s were an amazing time. I am so grateful that I got to grow up in that time and be a teenager in that time. It just, I don't know. I am really grateful for that. Yeah. Oh, Tina. Thank you, my love. I appreciate that. There's Colin Edom. Hello. Glad you're here. So anyway, sorry that today's live stream is just all over the place, but I didn't have a plan other than to actually show up for a live stream, which, yay, we did it. God. Trying to get back on track and be consistent again. We just had things come up. These last couple of weeks have been, school was ending, summer was beginning, different things going on. But I don't see a reason for us to not be consistent now at getting our, you know, our live streams up. There's Crazy Cat. Hello. So, yeah, we're just all over the place. I didn't really have a plan. I have stuff that I really want to talk to you about, but I can't because there's a video that I'm putting up on this channel either tomorrow or Sunday that I've already recorded. I just need to finish editing, and it's what I'm like dying to talk to you about, but I can't. I need you guys to watch that video and see it there because it's a lot of fun. I'll just give, since you guys are my core audience, you guys are the diehard, the amazing people. Hi, Juliet. Sorry, I'm just thinking of a whole bunch of lines from Romeo and Juliet. They're just playing through my head right now. Anyway, squirrel. I'm even wearing my squirrel earrings. Yeah. So anyway, I was gonna say, oh, so I'll give you a hint, a clue. It's sometimes you find disturbing things in the dumpsters. Hi, Sandra. What happened? Life happened. Like I said, a month or two ago, my plan from here on out for this channel is when I am up to dumpster diving, I will. But I will no longer force myself to go out in all conditions when I'm sick, when I'm broken, when the mountains are on fire, when it's raining, hailing, blizzards. I won't do that anymore. And this last week, it was raining. There was a lot of rain, and I decided not to go out in the rain. It was a choice that I made. But it's not too late. It's not like it's too late. The dumpsters at the schools, they will provide for several weeks to come. So stay tuned, hang in there. But yeah, I've come to a point, I think I've talked about this quite a bit, where, you know, with the recent scares that I've had, health scares, I've had to reevaluate my life and my priorities and what I choose to do with my time and my energy. And my biggest focus, my priority is on my health and being with my family, not forcing myself to do something, yeah, that is not worth my time, like financially not worth my time, because some of the reasons, and I've talked about this, is with the way that things are right now with gas prices, what they are, and with well, the lack of consistency in the dumpsters and having to drive all over creation to find anything, the cost, it just doesn't balance out. What we would make from that video as far as revenue does not balance out with the cost of gas and time, and then stuff that we would bring into our house and then have to process and have to whatever. It just, the value isn't there. It just isn't there. You know, does that make sense? And so with this whole scare that I'm still going through, because it at this point could be my ovaries and we still haven't figured it out. Yeah, my priorities have changed. And also, oh, thank you, Sandra. I appreciate that. I really do. And I love you for loving our videos. I truly do. I appreciate that. But that's the other thing. And going through and re-upping all of those old videos, I was like, oh my God, what was wrong with me? It was like this badge of honor or something to be able to say, oh, I went out in a blizzard. I went out in the, you know, blinding, driving rain. I this, I that. The whole world is on fire. I saw one where I literally had like my heavy duty breathing mask thing on, the one that looks like a bug face, to go out dumpster diving with all the mountains around us were on fire and I am like severely asthmatic. And I'm like, you are insane. What was that? Well, I'll tell you what it was. It was me trying to build our audience and, you know, all of that. And lunacy, absolute lunacy. And it just reiterated to myself and confirmed that I've made the right shift, you know. And then now where I have my side gig that I do, yeah, I just, mm-mm. And does that mean that, you know, things will be a lot slower, you know, as far as channel growth and, you know, that kind of thing? Yeah, probably. But it's worth it. It's worth it for the time that I will have for myself and for my kids, my husband, you know, my extended family, and my gardens and my cat and whatever else. And that's been a huge thing for me lately. And I think it should be a huge thing for all of us, is just prioritizing and realizing what things are worth our time, and sussing out why we're doing what we're doing. You know, who are we trying to please and impress? Granted, and I've said this, I am in a very fortunate situation that I have this choice to just be like, no, I'm, you know, my core audience will be there, and you know, that'll be enough for me because my husband got a raise. Hallelujah, he absolutely deserved it. And I have been very lucky to get this little side gig that brings in enough to pay the bills that I take care of. And I just feel like I'm doing the right thing. I've heard of so many people, so many people. Oh, I know, Sandra, my Cynthia, Diving with Purpose, she is an amazing gardener. Did you guys see, I think it was on Instagram, her haul of produce from her garden? Yeah, that's not happening here in Utah. Not yet. Slightly different climate. No, I mean, like gangbusters. Oh God, the cucumbers and peppers and anyway. But I think it's because I had watched so many videos and seen so many situations where people had these high-powered careers with six-figure incomes, and you know, they had gone to school and worked their way up the ladder, all of this for this like choice position, and then ended up ditching it and opening up a bakery or something because they were miserable. That dream job, that dream life, whatever, ended up being something of a nightmare. Now, I'm not saying that my dumpster diving, especially on here, is a nightmare, because it's not. That's not. And I'm grateful for it. Absolutely grateful for what we've accomplished on here. But at the same time, I feel like, hi, Rose. Oh, thank you so much. I feel like it's really, honestly, it's just not worth it. It's not worth the hassle, the pain, just all of it. It's not. And God, I mean, nothing is promised except death and taxes. And yeah, Crystal, it's a mind shift. It's just, but again, acknowledging how incredibly fortunate I am that my husband works so hard to take care of us. And, you know, we've made really good choices over the last 10 years to not, you know, have debt and things like that, such that where I've had this life shift, you know, this is what we're able to do. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful to the James and Julie of the last 10 years who have been so frugal and made such good choices in not taking on more debt and not, you know, that kind of thing. Even in the times when it's been so frustrating, we're having all these problems with the cars and problems with the house and outgrowing our little house. Even so, I am so grateful to the past us who made those choices so that we could be in the position that we are now, where we still live a very frugal, humble existence. And it's okay that I don't have to force myself, you know, to do these different things in order to bring in the money from YouTube. I'm so grateful for that. I really am. I really am. I thank that Julie and that James a lot. And maybe that sounds weird, but that's just something I do. I'm like, especially when there's something, hi Sharon, I'm so glad you're here. I hope you had a good vacation. Where'd you go? So, yeah, I see people that just keep busting it out, you know. And of course, hi Kaza, I'm so glad you're here with us on this live. And I do hope that your health issues do improve. but a lot of the other diving channels that started around the same time that I did, or even after I did, and that have blown up and all this, I am so happy for them. But it's the same kind of idea as this meme that I saw that says, I want to have this amazing body or whatever, but I like tacos too much to make it happen. It's the same idea. I would love to have, my channel ginormous, not necessarily, but bigger and more money coming in. Everyone would love that, right? That'd be fun. But I don't want to do the work or go through the stress and the madness that it would take to get to that place. I would love, to be able to wear my size 0 jeans again. Yeah, once upon a time, size 0. But there's no way in hell, heaven, or earth that I'm going to do what it takes to be in those. Nope. It's a matter of priorities and understanding that some things that look like a dream situation and that you just want so bad, you can't just look at that one part of it. You need to see the whole forest for the trees and see everything else that goes into that, and then decide from there if it's worth it. There's so many people that they want to be a YouTuber when they grow up. It's a huge thing amongst tweens and teenagers and this is so bizarre, especially for someone who grew up in the 90s, but their dream job is to be a YouTuber, to have that as their career. And that's great. That's wonderful. But I would warn you, it's not as easy as you think. Is it an absolutely plum situation to be able to have? Yes, in a lot of ways it is. But at the same time, you are your own boss, which is really hard. And you are subject to the whims of YouTube. Even though you're your own boss, you're subject to this platform and subject to the algorithm and to wishy-washy fickle viewers and to trying to constantly be putting out more content and not getting burnt out. And it just, there's nothing wrong with getting a regular job, okay? I mean, I love what I do. I love this, but burnout is real. And if you get yourself stuck in a place of just one kind of content that itself is subject to the whims, the vicissitudes of life and reality, you're going to find yourself in a pretty desperate place, which was where I was for some time, you all may recall. And just word to the wise there. I am going to be doing some videos, updates on ones that I've done in the past about why you shouldn't get into YouTube or why you shouldn't, take one of your passions and put it on YouTube. I've said this before. It's the same reason that I chose to 100% not be a Disney vlogger full-time. I show what we do in Disneyland and Disney World. I bring you guys along because you guys make it possible for us to do that. But I don't ever want it to be like my job. I think it would ruin it. It would absolutely ruin it for me. Yeah. Phyllis has her birthday coming up on Father's Day. When is Father's Day? I know it's soon, but I don't know when it is. I'm not, unless I have a date in my head, a really easy one to remember. For instance, Valentine's Day. That one's so easy to remember. Christmas, super easy to remember. Any of the rest? I have no idea when they are. Oh, July 4th? That one's easy to remember. Okay, so Alyssa Boobest, thank you. June 19th. Good to know. Got to figure out what we're going to do for James. I have no idea. Oh, what we've done for him in the past that he really appreciated was going up in the mountains with him and shuttling him and his mountain bike so that he, could just enjoy the downhill ride, and then we'd drive him back up the mountain and he could cruise on down again. Yeah. We'll probably do that again, and maybe a special meal or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's look at some of the comments. Um, oh, Renee sees a robin in the grass. Do you guys remember that we used to have in the tree that we had to take out of the front yard because it was destroying our foundation? Do you remember that we used to have a robin family that came back every year for like 10 years? Oh, that was seriously it was a tie between the robins and not having a place to hang up all of my Halloween stuff. Those were my two biggest things about taking the tree out that I was so sad about, because these robins came back every year. And so, every now and then you'd see little blue robin egg shells, on the ground or whatever, and they would have their nest up. Oh, God. I miss, I miss those robins. They were lovely. Rita, have a wonderful day and a fabulous weekend. Oh, I'm jealous, Renee. You get to go to the chiropractor. I need to go to the chiropractor. I need to. I also need to rebuild my back muscles and my core muscles. God, the gardening that we've been doing, it's like, my body's like, what is this? What is this? Oh, thank you, Sharon. Do you know, it feels good to be smiling and to be happy right now. It was a choice where I was just like, F this, I'm done being in these pits of despair. Yep, there's going to be a shooting every damn day here in the United States of America. But I can't stop living my life. I'll be cautious, I'll be aware, but I have got to live. I have got to live. I gotta live. Yeah. All of a sudden this Bon Jovi song is playing in my head, that it's my life, it's now or never. I ain't gonna wait forever. You guys, John Bon Jovi in his day, even with the wacky hair that he had, good God, that guy, delicious. Cindy, have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Anyhow, yeah, Alyssa, I get it. Her nephew's trying to do YouTube. It's hard. It is. It's not as easy as people think. There's like, oh, you just turn on a camera and that's it. And you just, no. No. And especially depending on what kind of content you want to put out there. And you might invest hours and days and so much energy, time, and money into a project, a video, or whatever. There are some people who do amazing videos, like crazy production value, and the algorithm might not pick it up. And so then you've invested all this time and money into a video that, doesn't even pay for itself. Yeah. Or, you might have a drama situation, I don't know, a scandal, whatever, and it destroys your whole career. These things happen, James Charles. I don't know. Anyway, these things happen. It's not the easiest job, and it has zero job security. Zero job security. Yeah. Rita, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for spending some time with us. There goes that Reagan. He's heading off with some friends here in a little bit to go to a bouncy place. Do you guys, I don't know, I'm sure it isn't just Utah, but do you guys have in your area bouncy places where it's like trampolines and bouncy houses and stuff all in one ginormous building and you bounce? That's what you do. You bounce. It's trampolines and stuff like that. Yeah, he's going to one of those with some friends. My little social butterfly, my Reagan, he's just always got something going on. You should see, it's so cute. Did he go downstairs? He did. He'll probably still hear me though, because I'm loud. Goodbye, Crystal. Oh, my love. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful day. But I love when he's with his buddies and they like shake hands, or they do like the one arm hug with a thing, and they, I don't know, all that kind of, it's cute. It's so cute. Oh, and the other thing, I forgot this, as I was going through and re-upping all those videos, I also took a look at Reagan's channel and Olivia's channel. You won't know what I'm talking about unless you've been with us forever, but they both have their own channels that we worked on when they were younger. And then after the first hack, I turned off their channels and we just stopped doing anything with that because. But I felt inspired to go back and look, and oh, the cuteness, and the way the voices have changed, getting older, and oh my God, it was so cute. So we might relaunch their channels, but differently. Might change the names, because his was Pookie's Adventures. Yeah, he's 13. He doesn't want the world calling him Pookie anymore. Only mommy can do that. But we might, restart those, especially where it's summer, and, it'd be fun to have this project, and where Olivia does so much of her art and baking and creating, and Reagan is like, American Ninja Warrior and can do anything and everything on monkey bars and stuff like that. It might be fun, Well, with Mimi, for her, we are starting her out, Judy, with just being in the family videos. I'm nervous to have her own channel. Guys, there's so many weirdos out there. Yeah, and for instance, Reagan even said, because at the time that we were making those videos, he loved it and was having so much fun. But now he's like, yeah, I'm not comfortable with my younger self being out there on, videos that are just me, because, there's a lot of weirdos out there. And that's another thing. So that's, a huge part of why I don't want to have her just have her own channel. Little white, blonde, blue-eyed girl. Sorry to get really weird on you, but that's like choice. Descriptors for things that nasty people are into. So I don't care to put her out there, and I don't need to put her out there like that. So for her, it's just going to be little clips, like we did in yesterday's video. Little clips of, what's Mimi making, when you came up with that name, and I love it. Just little clips worked into our videos. What? Yeah, she could do crafting, she could do food, stuff like that.
What's Mimi making?
Yeah, what's Mimi making?
Making crafts, making food, making anything.
Yeah, okay, I'm almost done. Go play over there, okay? 5 more minutes. Well, 10 more minutes. Yeah, that's kind of my plan there. Yeah. Because as much as she likes it right now, I don't know, in 3 or 5 years, if she's going to be glad that we were doing that, and how she's going to feel about it, And there's Laura. Hello, Laura. I'm so glad you caught us just in time. But then also, also to that point, a lot of people that do the specifically, family channels. Renee, thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful day. People that do that end up doing these challenges and pranks and mostly scripted situations in their families that tend to totally exploit their kids. And, I don't ever want it to be like that. The majority of our content will include and be focused on me, not for selfish attention grabbing means or purposes, but to protect my kids. That's it. Yeah. I don't want any of our stuff to be based 100% around them, because they're not old enough to give that kind of consent, and we don't know what they're going to think of it, 5-10 years from now. So, So do they feature in some of our videos across the channels? Yes, they do. But I don't want them to ever be, again, the main focus of that. That's the thing. You learn as you go along, you learn as you go along, and you figure things out and realize mistakes and evolve, as you go along. Laura, I hope you are okay. Coming to us from the rehab center. I hope you're okay. And I'm glad that you can be here with us. I truly am. There's Oma. Hello, Oma from Trinidad. That's my uncle's name, actually. My Uncle Trino. His name is Trinidad. Yeah. But anyhow. I'm so glad that we are doing this today. So glad. It's, I don't know. Really glad we're doing this. This is helping me. I don't know if it helps any of you, but it does help me. Just doing these live streams, just connecting, just chit-chatting about whatever and everything, you know. Really, I love it. I do. And you guys are so patient with me as I'm here just squirreling all over the damn place, and you put up with it. And I appreciate that. Boy, do I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we are going hiking tomorrow morning as a family. I am so excited. I've done 2 small hikes with James, my husband, on our date nights these past couple weeks. Last night was one, and then one a couple weeks ago. And it feels so good. My body is just like bricks. It's like dragging bricks. But being out there in the woods and the birds chirping and spooky little paths, you know, all heavily shaded, I love it. It's so reinvigorating. And it also has been really neat to see that I am still able to hike. Yes, I have to take a lot of breaks and I'm slow, but I'm still able to. You know, I've done so much of telling myself what I can't do, what I'm not able to do. And it's not true. Can I, you know, mount and goat right up the mountains? No, I can't. Absolutely not. But I can hike slowly and steadily, and I need to just get out there and do it and stop telling myself what I can't do. Ugh. Yeah. And right now is just, I mean, it's so perfect. All of the, you know, spring wildflowers are doing their thing. Oh God, I'm so, yeah. The problem, the hard part is dragging yourself out of the house, especially when you are depressed. I know that a lot of our viewers deal with that kind of thing. I've dealt with that for so long. Depression, anxiety, all of that. And so I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about, that it's like just getting out of bed, you know, just getting out of the house is the biggest hurdle. But then once I do, then I don't want to go back in. I get caught up in my garden and my hiking and the this and the that, or shopping at Walmart, and am so glad that I did get out. But it's that initial hurdle of getting yourself out there, which is why the date nights have been really helpful, because we're going out anyway. And then while we're out, it's like, well, let's go do a little hike, you know, that I wouldn't have done otherwise. As much as I love hiking and want to go hiking, I would not have been able to get myself by myself out there. And so tomorrow we're hiking as a family, and I've already confirmed it with James, and it is our plan. And because it is our plan and isn't just me making it happen, it will happen. And I know I will love it. I know I will. And there's Cynthia. We were talking about you. Were your ears burning? Yeah, we were talking about your just, oh my God, your bounteous harvest of peppers and cucumbers and whatnot. And how here, that is not the case yet. Though I have been harvesting a lot of herbs and things like that. You already have blackberries? What? We have cherries. We do have cherries, and they are turning red. So I do want to get out there and put some netting up on at least several branches to guarantee that we will get some cherries this year. Yeah. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about it, but although, do you know, I have this, it's not fleece, but it's this fabric-y stuff that our new couch came in. I haven't even told you guys about the new couch, have I? We'll talk about that, but probably not here right now. But anyway, the couch pieces came with this really thin, kind of gauzy fabric over them, and I saved it. And I think maybe I can use some of that because the sunlight will still get through, but it'll protect the cherries from the birds. I think I'm going to try some of that. Plus, I'm also going to put up some scary stuff. Well, scary to birds, like sparkly things and whatever. Well, yeah, we did. We put up the discs, but birds, they get used to something that's there and they're not scared of it anymore. So then you need to put something else up. So like tonight or tomorrow morning, I'm going to get down some Christmas ornaments and hang them in the cherry tree. Yes, Christmas ornaments. I've done a lot of research. Several of you have sent me ideas. My sister-in-law has sent me several ideas. And anyway, apparently it works. So we're going to give it a try. I'm going to get a bunch of different ornaments and sparkly ones, different color, whatever, and hang those in the tree and see if that helps. What I've decided is I'm going to let the birds have the top layer. Like I'm not going to fight with the top layer, but all the way, because I'm going to be chopping the top off anyway. It's time to top that tree off. Fruit trees are not meant to be shade trees. If you let your fruit tree get too big to the point that it's shading your yard, you're giving up your fruit quality for shade. That's not what I'm doing. I planted maple trees for shade. But yeah, we're going to do ornaments. And yes, Cynthia, netting would absolutely help. But it's me, the frugal mama, you know, and I want to try these other means using things we already have that don't cost us anything before I go to that. So this year will be the experiment. You know, we'll put out, you know, we've already done the discs, the like CDs and DVDs. And so we'll put out, you know, some of this gauzy stuff. We'll put out Christmas ornaments. Hi, Stephanie. I'm so glad you're here. And we'll see how that works this year. And if that doesn't quite do it, then I would say, okay, next year we will invest in bird netting and, you know, go from there. Yeah. We'll see. I say this all the time. My gardening, I'm self-taught and it's all trial and lots of error. Lots of error. But learning as we go, you know, just learning as we go. Oh, Laura, wouldn't that be crazy to have, what would you call that? A mix of a pepper and a cucumber. She says, are peppers and cucumbers botanically close enough to hybridize? I don't know if they are, but I'm imagining a pepper or a pecumber or a, I don't know. Oh, Kitty's back in the house from her adventures. Sharon, have a wonderful day. I actually need to go too because we've got to get some stuff done and I got to go pee. So I have been doing so well with my water intake the past several days. That's one thing I have been doing and doing well at during this week of being depressed is water. I'm back to my like 5 or 6 of these a day. And it helps that, you know, it's warmer weather now. And so we actually want to, but doing so much better with that.
Yay.
Stephanie, absolutely. I have looked up so much about companion planting. And because one of my main things this year in my gardening has been, you know, not buying more flowers, sticking with seeds and bulbs and dividing stuff or getting freebies from people, and actually taking care of what I already have and I've already put time and money and energy into. Taking care of what I already have, doing the research, doing the homework to figure out what needs to be where, with what, you know, and trying to keep dry plants together, you know, those that need less water, the ones that need more water, put those together, the right place, as Carol on Gardener's World says, the right plant in the right place, really trying to do right by the plants that I already have and to feed them and to, you know, really stay on top of those kinds of things. So I've been doing a ton of research on it. The strawberry planter that we put together, it was the dumpster salvage planter. I've put marigolds with that because those go really well with strawberries. I did learn last year about something to not plant together, and that is strawberries and chives. Don't put them together unless you want onion flavored strawberries. No, seriously. It happens.
Yummy.
No, not yummy. Don't put those together. Anyway, all right, the kids are ready for me to be done. Olivia is staring at me kind of expectantly, and I really do need to pee. And there's Rugi. Rugi, it's almost time to go. Yeah, Cynthia, you do not want chive onion flavored strawberries. They still look beautiful. Hey, they would make a great prank though.
They would.
They would, huh? Those would be a fabulous prank. We could like prank Daddy.
No.
Anyway, I gotta go. I'm gonna pee my pants, and that's not what we want to do. I appreciate you guys no end. I adore you. I love you. I am so grateful for you. Please make this as good a day as you possibly can. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see y'all real soon. Okay? Okay.
Can